Hello and welcome back. I'm actually in a car park, which is a little bit unusual for me to start a trail, but it's one I've put together myself. But I'm starting in a car park for quite a famous little walk in this area, and it's at Goliath Falls. It's a very touristy spot. If you catch it off season or when nobody's about, it's a really magical place to have a walk. It's got that old school magical vibe about it. But, in any case, I'm not staying here. I'm just using the car park and I'm moving on. And I'll take you with me. So there's the car park, and you can basically see what it is. It's a waterfall and a woodland walk. And it's a very beautiful walk at that. But it's already starting to get extremely busy here. People are starting to turn up, obviously hoping to catch it to themselves. But you can see it's a nice like woodland river walk. So you may be wondering why I'm on lanes and not walking a fantastic woodland walk and showing you that. Well, quite simply, there's an area I want to go to and I'm going to use public footpaths to get to it. Now, I drive past this when I'm doing certain jobs and I've looked at it for years, and it's a hill basically, a downs, and it's called Bulland Down, or Downs. And I want to actually go and have a look up there and see what it's all about there. Yeah, again, like I said, it's in stark contrast to what I've just shown you. That will be busy, there'll be tourists, there'll be holiday makers, there'll be people dog walking, families enjoying a spectacular, lovely walk in the woods. But I don't really want to take part in that today. Just across this lane, I will enter the public footpaths, and it will be a world away from what's happening here. I strongly suspect I won't even see anybody on the trail. So basically, the downs is behind me there, and it's that hill, and it's covered in trees, bracken, gorse, but it's a bit of a feature when you drive on the road further down the valley, and I've been looking at it for a long time, and I've always wondered, what is there? Now this trail should have a bit of everything. I should have the high ground up there, I should have the valley further on, I should have woodlands, I should have a little bit of pleasant country lanes, and I should have a lake reservoir to actually walk beside. So this actual, and brackens rolling and digging in turf and mud. But no, there should be a bit of everything on this trail, and I'm really looking forward to it. Plus we've got blue sunny skies. It is cold, it's about 3 degrees, but it's pleasant because there's no wind with it. So yeah. We'll crack on up the trail and we'll take you with us. So we entered this trail from the car park, and in effect we're following a footpath that's rolling by a stone wall, basically following the road opposite it. But the actual track is just bog. Don't know if you can see that, but it's just wall-to-wall bog. So I'm hoping when we get a little bit further up this disappears, because it's real hard going to push through it. Well, this is what I'm contending with. There is no real path marked, or I can't see it or establish where I should be on the track. In effect, what I think I'm doing is following cattle tracks, but it is really some parts impenetrable. I am actually bushwhacking. There is no real markers for this footpath. It is here, but I should imagine, like I say, this sees such little footfall, and possibly only really in the summer. It's just going to be a case, I'm just going to have to follow it as best I can. But as you can see, this is real hard work. Now, I do like a challenge. I like a challenge as much as anybody else, but this is proving to be absolutely hard going. I've been going pretty much over the top of my boots on many occasions. Bracken's been fighting his way through the best he can, but I've had to help him by lifting him and dropping him over bramble and thorn bushes, and yeah, there isn't any markers, so this isn't a trail for somebody to come and do if you really aren't prepared to really struggle. So the beginning part of this trail, I'm struggling, so it adds to the challenge, but straight off the bat I would have preferred a nice gentle walk in and then build up to this. I've come straight into it. This has proved to be really challenging and difficult. I'm pushing through stuff like this I got behind me, and I'm actually having to duck, crouch and even crawl to go under some of it because it's blackthorn and hawthorn, and I'm covered in scratches, I'm bleeding on my hands and everything. Yeah, this hasn't been maintained. The landowners let this go right the way back to pretty much nature, and you are pretty much forging and bushwhacking your own trail in large parts of this. I think I've pretty much got a handle on where I need to be and where I need to go, but I'm exhausted already. This has been real hard work. I kid you not, I've had to literally push my way through this now. Right then, we're going to try and get ourselves set up and get ourselves out of this. I think I'm only probably a few hundred meters now, and I should have a little bit easier walking after that. Well, I have to eat my words. I've actually found a trail marker, so perhaps it was me navigationally challenged miles away. But I'll just let you have a quick look at where I've just come down from. It's been literally 30 minutes just fighting our way through it. I can't tell you the relief that I feel for finding this trail marker, but ultimately I still don't know what lies ahead of me, so I'll quickly let you have a look. Now, yeah, it has been literally pushing in some places on my hands and knees to get through all that, but I'm heading down here. Let's hope this gets me to the track. So we're just going to keep walking down here. I did see another marker further on, so hopefully upon hopefully, because this has turned into a mammoth what should have been just a basic hike. I think I should have done this trail when there was this much uncertainty by myself. Bracken, he's still a young dog, and I've spent half my life being tangled up with him through there. No fault of his own, but he still hasn't learnt to follow my trail exclusively. He still tries to cut his own detail and his own path. So if I have to do anything like this and it's totally unknowns, I will probably do this by myself next time. Right, we've come to a traditional sty which basically has stones built into the wall to get you over. So yeah, I've got to get over here. I'll probably have to carry him a fair bit of the way up over this, and we'll see what awaits us. Bracken's just having a drink. We've just come out by a stream and we've got to make our way through those gates to a track which leads us to a good hard standing road, and that's well welcome now. Well, we've gone through some fields. Bracken's just having a rest, and basically we're following this stream pretty much up through there into the village. And from there, I'll take another look at the map and make sure I get this right where I've got to go. Bit of an unusual one. The footpath goes up here from the stream, and it looks like it just follows a bank on the opposite side of this farmhouse. We've got to go over here, make our way along the path, and I think I can see a road up there. Well, we stopped on the road and we're now trying to find the next public footpath. By my reckoning, it's up around this corner, so we're just going to keep pushing on till we find it. But yeah, we almost took another wrong turn on another footpath, and that could have cost me more time. But yeah, I think it's just around this corner up here. And there it is, there's the sign, the public footpath. A little bit out of breath because I've just had to stop Bracken wanting to go down the opposite way. But yeah, there it is, and we're obviously heading up here. We should get some views of the lake pretty shortly, but I think I've got a bit of a hill to climb before that happens. So let's get to it. Well, it's getting a bit windy here because we're actually on top of a hill now, and you can just start to see the lake or reservoir behind me there now. We should get views start opening up. Till we get back down out of the valley, probably have a little bit of wind noise. I'm on traditional navigational territory for me, you know, wide open spaces with features. I'm still pretty exhausted for all that scramble through all that bush, if I use that term. That was real hard going. I probably lost an hour at least scrabbling through that, and I wouldn't be too keen to go back and do that again. But anyway, we're going to forge on down here, and I'll let you have a panoramic look at the view we got, because it's beginning to open up and become quite spectacular. That is really opening up, and it's beginning to look totally spectacular. On that tour over there, the high point, and on the slopes, there is a lot of archaeological sites, basically cairns, hut circles, and a lot of archaeological things that are in existence you can see. But obviously that's too far away and I don't have the time today, so yet again we'll continue on down this track and hopefully get even better views of this reservoir. Like I said, you will get wind noise. It's quite open here, but you do have spectacular views across the valley and the reservoir. Reservoir is actually called Sibley Back Reservoir. and they do water sports over there. There's a calf, and as you can see down on the track, people like to walk it and just take in the views. But we've got to get somewhere over there, I think, in that direction, where we'll find another footpath. But it is absolutely spectacular. Well worth that hard work. We have to head over here, and I've got a feeling we're heading to those houses over there. And here's our footpath, and we'll start our journey again. Here we go. So I've left the dam. I had a little bit of trouble finding the footpath, but I found it. It's a bit further down on the sluice gates than what it actually says on the map, but I'm here now, and you can see I've got a bridge over the actual river. So I'm going to keep a close tab on Bracken as we go over, because this does look quite deep. Well, me and Bracken were just leaving a little settlement, farm settlement with some houses. To get to this, we had another navigational error, and we were bushwhacking up it was nigh vertical at some points, and if you can tell the despondency in my voice, the footpath on the map hasn't been updated from when they've obviously rerouted it, which is slightly disappointing, because it's left me to literally find where I've got to go. There's not much footfall, if any, I would say, for months, if not 12 months. So basically, yet again, bushwhacking and cutting my own detail and trail through that. Whoa, I ain't cold anymore. But from here on in, for me and Bracken, it should be lanes just to walk back to the car park. Boy, that has been more bushwhacking than I've done in probably 6 months of doing trails 2 times, 3 times a week. Yeah, that was hard going. But anyway, we're on a hard standing road. I'm getting my breath back. I'm taking my surroundings in. I'm going to enjoy this now, walk back, get some dinner, and then think about what I'm going to do with the kids in the afternoon. Lovely area. And I think I'll enjoy it a lot more if I come back and do this trail. Now I know exactly where I'm going. But there are other footpaths nearby that have a lot to offer, as in myself, that I can incorporate into some other long distance trails I do. So that's going to be worth exploring. Just look over this gate and look down into the valley. Now there are a lot of other footpaths here, and I did see on the map that there's possibilities of some real long ones through woodlands, and I'm wondering if this is one of them there. I don't have the map with me, but I've got a horrible feeling I could be doing bushwhacking like I've just done. And I should imagine these trails, because, you know, a lot of holiday makers and people would stick to the one that we started off in because it's a nice gentle walk. And these are pretty much too far from, how can I, not civilization, but centres of walking people that would keep them open. They are still in existence, just that if you come to do them, you're bushwhacking. Well, it's been a stunning day to actually walk in the lanes, and I've really enjoyed just being on tarmac for a change. I guess that's what, you know, hours of bushwhacking can do for you. But in any case, I haven't got too far to go. But if I swing you around, it says beware of the bull. Just in over here is where I first hit that track, and I thought I was actually on the track. And if you look down through that bog fest, we came up through there, and what a bog fest it was. But in any case, we're on the tarmac, and I will not be going back in there to try and find the actual trail from this point. I'm going to continue on down the road. I think Bracken actually knows where we're going now, and he can sense we're not too far from the car. We're going to have a coffee, just a little bite to eat, and then we'll be on our way. We've made it back to the car park, and I'll let you see how busy it is now, and you'll probably understand why I prefer to do what I did just then, even though I am, shall I say, moaning a bit about the bushwhacking. Now I've got back here, I realise why I did what I did. Oh boy, there must be thousands of people, well, hundreds in the woods there. Cars everywhere, it's rams. But, you know, it's a pleasant day out for people to be in the woods and get something to eat and just enjoy being outside. But for me, I'm just glad I did what I did. Well, I've got my coffee, Bracken's just had something to eat. We're loading up and getting out of here. It's starting to get bit of a pantomime, so I'm going to head on out of here. And like I say, I didn't see anybody really on the trail except for when I reached the reservoir, and seen a few people walking around, but here it's absolutely rammed. But you know, it's still a nice day out for people, and if you fancy coming here and using this car park to do what I did, it's Goliath Falls. You have the option to do what I did, or you could have a nice gentle stroll around the woods and something to eat. You know, pick your choice and you make it. But yeah, this is all the best, and I'll catch you out on the trail, hopefully. This is Andy from Hidden Valley Footpaths, and yeah, all the best.